Hi, I'm Stu, and welcome back to another video tutorial. For a couple of years now, I've been wanting to create a perspective pinning effect, I suppose you would call. And you can see on the left-hand side of this still, we've got a little video clip of the magician taking a bow. Now, because we're working on the Z-axis, which is the depth aspect of the video, we're not going to be able to do this in LumaFusion, sadly. In the same way that there's just some things, if you're using the likes of DaVinci Resolve or Premiere Pro, you're going to have to go to another part of the app or another app entirely to complete this technique. And our weapon of choice today is going to be Node Video. Now, if you've never used Node before, you can download it for free, and I think there's a free trial or a free option with it, but you're limited to what you can do. But let me demonstrate this technique to you anyway. So let's get started. So this is what Node Video looks like on my MacBook Air. Tap on Node Video, and this is the more compressed look that you get when you use Node Video on your phone. In the same way, LumaFusion can be used on iPad, MacBook Air, and iPhone, so can Node Video. So the first thing you're going to do when you're in Node Video is tap on New Project. And then once you're in, you've got your preview window here. You've got your main timeline controls here, the timeline itself down at the bottom, and the inspector or the node properties on the left-hand side. So to get the assets in place, we're going to tap the little red and white plus. I'm going to go to Media, and I'm going to load from File. We've got a couple of options here. We've got PNG static images, but I'm going to use the video clips. So the first thing we're going to load in is the Brick Lane backdrop. And once that's in place, you can press play. Just give it a quick run through. You'll see I've got a kind of time-lapse thing going on in the background. So after that, we're going to tap on plus again, back to media, and then load from file again. And this time we're going to bring in our vaudeville poster of our magician. Tap open, and that gets placed there. And this is the video layer that we're going to work on. But we can have a look at that as well, just by tap and play. So you want to get this video clip, which is very reminiscent of the portraits in Harry Potter inside Hogwarts, moving about. We want to get this magician onto the wall here, taking into account the perspective and the leading line of the wall. So we're now going to go to the left-hand side here, our node properties, tap the little white bar plus, and then we're going to go to mask, and we want a chroma key mask. That's going to load up a chroma key property or node. The key color we're going to change to blue, and you'll notice that immediately does quite a clean key and gets rid of our blue chroma key edge. And you can just tap on that to close it down. Next, we're going to go to transform. I'm just going to move the poster into a rough position and just shrink it down a little bit like so. We're going to go again into the property nodes, and this time we want to go to the asset store. Tap on that, and then I'm going to go to distort, and we want perspective transform. Tap on that, and you'll see we now have 4 corner points. Now this takes a little bit of juggling, but what you're going to basically do is grab one of the corner points and bring it down. You'll see the poster kind of disappears, but it'll come back when you grab the second point and bring it back and just kind of get it into a rough position. And I'm going to grab the third corner point and just slide it up a bit and then down. And we need to juggle between the perspective transform and also the actual transform. So I'm just going to unlink our X and Y axis and just stretch out the poster a bit. That looks pretty good. Go back to our perspective. Now what I'm going to hope to do is line up to the brickwork there. That's the easiest thing to do. So I'm just going to pull this one up a little bit. Make sure I'm getting a good point alignment. And then it's these 2 pinning controls on the right hand side that will get you your proper alignment, like so. Just going to fine tune this bottom pin just so this looks to be straight to the edge. It doesn't have to be 100% exact. Sometimes a little bit of offset kind of gives a sense of realism. So once we've got everything in place, we can tap on Perspective Transform, close that down. You want to go to the root option here, and that means it will play all the video clips. And if you want to, you can go into your video clips, highlight them, tap on the little pencil icon here, and just give them a name. If we just go back to the root, you can see our little poster doing its thing. A couple of things I want to do to finish this off, and we'll do trimming up and things in LumaFusion later on. Now, as it stands, this poster video clip with its chroma key and its perspective transform is a little bit bright. Now, if you wanted to leave it like that, that's by all means fine. But if you want to kind of just play with it and dull it down a little bit, this is what you've got to do. So first we're going to go into plus. So it's a new node property, effect, that's where we want to go. And we can add blending. That then gives you a blending node. I'm going to reduce the opacity a little bit, take it down to maybe 85. Okay, now that we've added the blending and opacity, I'm just going to go back in for another node property, back to CC, and do a basic correction node. You can see I can open up tone, and then all I'm going to do is just drag towards the left and just darken poster down, gamma down a little bit. I'll just take down the exposure even more, and that's looking pretty good. So we can close that node up. So overall, the vaudeville poster has, by default, transform audio. We've added chroma key, perspective transform, blending and opacity, and a basic correction to get us to where we are here. That's fine. Go to root. Looks great. To be able to export the video, back to your root, tap on the little export share icon, check the resolution, and I'm just going to make this 1080p. I'm going to change the frame rate to 2024 because that's what the video is set at, quality high, and then video H.264. So once you've got everything here, you're going to press play, and that's going to play the video through and export it. Decide where you're going to save it. So I'm going to put it into my video assets, tap open, and you'll see it's now exporting. And it doesn't take long. That's it done. You can go back to the home and home again, and we'll take the opportunity to name the project properly. Tap on our three dots, go down to rename, and we'll just call it Perspective Poster Pin. That'll do. So now that we've got everything we need, we can go back into LumaFusion and just fine tune things. Okay, so back in LumaFusion, I've got a new project, and it's 16:9, 24 frames per second, Rec 709. Can then go and tap on our exported video clip, drag it down onto the timeline, and then we just want to sort of tidy it up. So first thing I'm going to do is just separate and extract the audio, give it a playthrough. See the fact the poster disappears. What I want to do is just nudge with the right arrow along until our magician disappears, and then do Command B, and then we'll then go in and freeze frame that last clip, which if we zoom in, Command plus, you can stretch out. We'll just shrink the audio. There we go. So now when we play the back end of it, it just freezes at the end. Now the music's a little bit abrupt. I'm going to lower the strength of it anyway, but I'll go into transitions and I'll drop a video cut audio cross in the back end, and that's fine. That just quietens things down. I'm going to go into our audio and reduce the gain to about -12. I just want a very subtle hint of the generated audio. That thundercloud noise you can hear is actually from the Brick Lane video. And there we go. So just to finalize things, I'm going to go in and add an adjustment clip, trim it up at the back end, and then we'll do a little bit of color grading. So tap on it, tap 5 on the keyboard, go to your color presets, I'm just going to tap original, and I want to maybe cool things down a little bit. Maybe take things into the green end just ever so slightly. Reduce the overall brightness. Take down the contrast just ever so slightly. And then I'm going to go to our effects presets, and I want to just add a vignette, which you know is classic me. So we'll reduce the radius, take this intensity down a little bit, and say that'll be us. And we'll just play it through. And there we go. So there's going to be times when, even when you're using LumaFusion, you're going to want to use an app to be able to perform techniques like masking and perspective transform and all sorts of different effects. And if you're a mobile editor like me, your weapon of choice is going to be Node Video. So there we go. That's how we create a perspective transform pinned in onto some generated content using Node Video and LumaFusion. If you enjoyed the video tutorial today, give it a like, share it, comment. I love your questions, and I will catch you on the next one. See you later.